Like a standard PB&J feels very lunchtime, but having it toasted like this and having such sweet flavors really brings it into like full-blown dessert mode. Hi, I'm Sydney and welcome to my Flock and Squawk. This is a follow-up video to a one I did about a month ago, which was the Sandwich 2.0. If you don't know, I will explain this sandwich again. If you've seen the previous video, you can feel free to skip ahead. But this time I'm going to do what I thought would be a good idea in the last video, and that is to turn this sandwich into a panini. So we are just going to get right into it. We are going to make the sandwich and then we are going to use it. My waffle iron has an option to do the flat plates for like a panini, so I'm going to put it in there, or you could probably just do it on the stove like a grilled cheese sandwich that way. But regardless, we are going to turn this into a panini. So for some thoughts, I think that the marshmallow fluff is probably going to expand like a normal marshmallow. I'm not sure, but I feel like that'll add a level of it, especially if it spills out a little bit. I might put it on the edge. And this time, instead of a berry jam, which is what I did last time, I'm going to be using lemon curd. So let's just get right over to the counter and assemble this sandwich. Alright, so I have this started, and here are all of my ingredients. This is the type of bread that I will be using. It is the 9 grain from San Juan Island with friends. So yeah, let's just make it. I have Garfield over here supervising. But yeah, it's very straightforward. If you haven't seen the previous video, we are going to do columns on one side of the bread, rows on the other side, with these different condiments. So this is what it looks like. So we're going to start with creamy peanut butter, and we are going to do a row. So, as you can see, one row. Now I'm going to take crunchy peanut butter, same knife because it's still peanut butter. Going to do another row. Just like that. Now Nutella is going to go in the center. And just like that, we have our 3 columns of spread. Now on this other piece, we are going to go in rows. So for these, I'm going to use spoons. Marshmallow fluff, I'm going to go first. I feel like out of these, marshmallow fluff is the hardest to spread, but there we have a semi-even layer. As you can see, it is the row instead of the column. So there's one. Here is the lemon curd that I will be using. Now finally, this is a jar of honey that is somewhat crystallized, but we are going to make that our top and final layer. So here we have our layers. So I'm just going to close this sandwich. And here we have it. Now for the outside, I'm going to butter it. Alright, so I have my butter and I have my sandwich. I had to heat my butter just slightly because it was a bit cold, so it wouldn't have spread nicely. So I hope it is soft enough to spread. And of course it's not. But we're just gonna go with it. My maker is hot, so it's ready to put in. This butter is not cooperating. Oh well. So I'm just gonna bring you over. I'm just gonna put it in anyway. And then I'm just gonna put some butter on top. You know what? Let's just go for it. Alright, so it is in the waffle maker, panini press, whatever you would like to call it. And I'm just going to check in on it in a couple minutes, probably like 3 maybe, see how it's doing. It isn't that fat of a sandwich, so it might not get pressed down much. But I'm just going to see how it goes, and then I will let you know how it tastes. Or we will pull it out, and then I'll try it and tell you if it changes my opinion on things. So my biggest takeaway last time was, for me, it was a bit sweet, and I like sweet things, so that's not like a huge issue, but it's not going to change for it being a panini. Texturally, it might have a really nice effect though. So yeah, I will just check in with you when it's ready to pull out. Alright, so I just sort of hung out, did some dishes in the meantime, but I think it is more than ready to come out. It didn't take long at all. I'm just going to unplug. I've got a spatula. I'm going to set you down so you can see. Ooh. I definitely got it like perfectly toasted. It might be a little dark for some people, but look at that crust. So this is hot. I'm gonna just slide it aside. Here is how it looks. Let's get a cross section. Yeah. Ooh, that is hot and gooey. It was right down the Nutella. So, let's take this over to the table. Alright, so I moved us over to the table. It's still hot. And let's just dive right in. I kind of have an idea on what it's going to taste like anyway. Where I cut it is right down the Nutella. So I'm just gonna give it a go. That honey, way hotter temperature-wise than I was expecting. type of bread makes a huge difference. The keto bread doesn't really offer too much. This offers like a different texture, partly because it's toasted, partly just because of the grainy seediness, but not in a bad way. If you like multigrain bread, you're gonna like having it on multigrain bread, but it does offer like a different texture. Being hot being that it's a warm sandwich offers a totally different experience too. Like a standard PB&J feels very lunchtime, but having it toasted like this and having such sweet flavors really brings it into like full-blown dessert mode. So yeah, I'm going to just The peanut butter definitely helps balance out the honey section of how sweet it is. I'm gonna go for the bottom where there was the marshmallow with the Nutella. Totally more of a s'more with the texture, the toastiness. The marshmallow kind of disappeared, honestly, but overall that sweetness, it's hard to deny. Looks like we got another kitty coming. Buddy wants to check out my sandwich too, but I feel like this is like definitely like a next phase. Totally dessert territory. Obviously, there's probably a lot of strong opinions regarding citrus and chocolate. Personally, I think it's a pretty good combo. You have to, I have to sort of be in the mood for it. I'm not always feeling like a chocolate orange or something, but that sort of freshness that the lemon curd provides with like the chocolate and the peanut butter, which are very, like, to me, dense flavors, or they have that sort of denseness where they coat your mouth too. Like, it breaks it up, provides sort of a freshness, and yeah, overall, I think this is like, if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely pick this version. They're both good. I feel like this one I have less complaints about. Part of that might be because of the lemon. Part of it might be because of the bread. But like the toasting just elevates it to me. Like this is definitely like a dessert sandwich now. Before it was just sort of like a gimmicky lunchbox thing. This is like, yeah, I would want to do this on like, you know how they have like the little campfire pie things where people often use it to make like crispy sandwiches? Like this would definitely be like something I would want to take camping, or like be like, hey guys, let's make a special treat. This is not your everyday sort of thing that I personally would do. But toasting it brings it up a notch. Like this is great. Obviously it's a lot of knives, but it's not that much of a cleanup. Most of these are pantry items. So those are just my thoughts. If you'd like to see me do it another way, let me know down below. I'm thinking that maybe assembling the sandwich and then French toasting it would be the next step. If you would like to see me do that, please let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me. I post videos on Saturdays, and I do a little bit of everything. Lately, I've been doing a lot of food-related videos, like this. Last week, I did a pickled egg, but I also do vlogs and that sort of thing, talk about my experiences, like the Stranger Things experience that I attended with Connor. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and you flock and squawk again with me sometime. Bye!